Tonight's weather report brought to you by Suncorp Insurance, with you through every storm.
Good evening, Livio, Regano with tonight's weather. Tropical rain starting to clear northward. Winds are easing in the south, and by the weekend it looks like we're all going to get to see some sunshine. Good news if your vitamin D levels are running a bit low. 24-hour rainfalls. Upper Bluewater had the biggest with 63 millimetres. We had 59 at Mount Margaret, Allingham in the Herbert 43 mils, and Victoria Mill 26. Temperatures today across the Herbert Burdekin. At Townsville Airport, the range was 24 to 31 degrees, about average. Air also hit a high of 31 and Charters Towers 32. Starting with the satellite loop, now the monsoon is still quite active around far north Queensland with reasonably heavy rain falling in some areas, but it is breaking up, and by tomorrow morning most of it should have moved north of about Cooktown. Meanwhile, you can see some thunderstorms developing inland, but it's a long way west, and also some stream showers reaching the coast from the southeast wind, but they're on their way out as well. Let's have a look at today's chart. Firstly, yesterday's high pressure system that brought the strong winds along the coast is weakening now as it moves out into the Tasman Sea, so we don't have a wind warning anymore. Winds are still reaching 25 knots at times though, and a couple of showers are going onshore. The monsoon trough, of course, is crossing where that old low is sitting. This is tomorrow's chart now. The trough moves a little bit further north, clearing most of the rain from Cairns. Meanwhile, in the southeast, things start to fine up again. To the latest now from the Weather Bureau, the boating forecast for Townsville water, southeast winds 15 to 20 knots tomorrow and Saturday and Sunday. Would you believe no change the whole time, seas to 2 metres. Tomorrow's low tides due around lunchtime. The high tides on either side aren't very large and the current's not too strong owing to the half moon. Now the Herbert and Burdekin, we've got a 50% chance of showers and storms tomorrow, but they'll be mainly in the north. 31 degrees atop for Townsville. Ayr and Ingham also 31. Northern Goldfields and Upper Flinders, just the chance of a late storm in the north, with Charters Towers reaching 34 degrees and 35 expected at Georgetown. Looking ahead for Townsville, conditions next week should be fairly well behaved after a nice weekend. Only a modest risk of rainfall, but the monsoon's in a very active phase, so anything could change. Folks, if you're curious about what happens in the eye of a tropical cyclone, just think of these giant storms as upside-down plug holes in the atmosphere. And by upside down, I mean the air's spiralling into the middle, goes up instead of down. Now at the centre point where the winds collide, we find a little sanctuary of calm weather and bright sunshine. It's an eerie feeling, as anyone will tell you who's been to Innisfail during Larry or to Tully Heads during Yasi. Now it's over to Scott Hillier with the fishing report.
Yeah, good on you, Livio. Looks like a bit of wind forecast for the weekend. So for those keen to wet a line, rivers and creeks will be your only option. Plenty of fresh in those systems at the moment, so make sure you check the latest conditions before heading out. Here's a couple of tips. Now, those mud crabs will well and truly be on the move. Now, up on the flats, out of the main run and towards the mouths, the place to set a couple of pots. Remember, fresh bait is always best. Be sure to mark all your pots and floats correctly. There's plenty of barramundi getting around at the moment, so be sure to release these fish back into the water as soon as possible with the closure still in force. But it is shaping up for a really good season when things open up at the start of February. Now, young Jasmine Maudsley had a day to remember out fishing with her nan and pop when she caught this monster grunner. Great fish, Jasmine. Now, if you are chasing more outdoor action, make sure you join me Saturday 5:30 on Creek to Coast as I go on the hunt for monster GTs. Good luck if you wet a line. I hope you bend a couple of rods. I'll be back here next Thursday night, 7 News. Have a great weekend.
And thanks for that, Scotty. And that is all from us for tonight. Thanks very much for being with us.
And just a reminder, you can watch a replay of our news on this 7plus app. And from all of us here, enjoy your evening and we look forward to you joining us again tomorrow. Good night.